Hello, my name's Kelly and I channel my spirit guides, and I am navigating divorce, starting a business, and parenting 4 kids at home, 1 in college. And I need like $1,000 to $2,000 more a month, and I have to consider employment. And I've been thinking about just going somewhere real quick to get a job, and that didn't feel right for a long time. And I thought that was getting a job, was getting employment, and all of that was one option. And I talked to some friends about it. I've been praying. I'm like, I feel like I got this business I'm ready to start. Why is this being postponed? And I also know that my life is a parable, that everything I'm learning is so that I can navigate with my spirit guides and then help other women go through the divorce process so that it's more smooth, so that the children are as least affected as possible. Okay. And so part of my story is that I'm learning all these resources for women and children that I didn't know I was going to need. I didn't know how much help I was going to need to do this. I had no idea. I had to figure it all out. And boy, do I wish I wasn't emotionally prepared to research how to get a divorce. When I was trying to get a divorce, I was like on a cliff and I had to jump over this rapid river, and I've just got to get a head start. I'm like, I got enough. And I just ran and jumped. Like, it was like the timing was right. I was never going to be ready to do it. I was never going to be fully ready to go search for support and advocate for myself. So there are no advocates for women in divorce. And the children are going to want to be with the mom. So what's going on? If you ask the dad for too much, he's going to run off and abandon everyone. But you need to take care of these kids. And it's not fair to anyone. I look at the divorce justice system and they're like, oh, we give moms 50%. Bullshit. I don't know a mom who got 50%. I don't know one mom with kids or without that got 50% of what he earns. Because when you look at his income, the first thing they do is take out taxes. So you're taking 50 before taxes or after taxes? Okay. Maybe I got 50 after all the deductions were taken out. But I had all the kids, so the deductions were covering his housing. My housing wasn't covered before that 50%. So it's like confusing. Like, what is the math of this? What are the calculators? And the child support that Oregon gives women is bullshit. I think it's like $500 a kid. So $500 a kid. You're supposed to have rent and utilities and food for a kid with $500 a month. Or you got to go work. So women are taking care of the kids and working while the men are off finding new partners. And not all the time, of course, but generally the person who stayed home with the kids during the marriage is gonna struggle after divorce. Probably statistically. I don't know. I'm just beginning my research, but just word of mouth by friends of mine, women are not doing well with divorce. I don't know what's going on in Hollywood. I don't know where those women are having babies so they can get money, because that is not how it works. Is that? Oh my God. See the programming? All these famous people with their lives plastered all over the grocery store, they're programming us with those lifestyles, that this is how we see Black people, and this is how we see divorced women, and this is how we see socialites, and don't think about the farm, and don't think about, walking barefoot, and don't think about teaching girls about their first moon time. That's hush hush. Don't talk about that. Blood mysteries, what? Ew, gross. Blood is gross. Blood is the Holy Grail. Okay, our blood is the Holy Grail, right? Everything they've been trying to hide, and we're ashamed of the things they taught us to be ashamed of. So my big announcement is that I decided to nanny a kid. Just one, maybe 2. Gally thinks I should take siblings. And I would consider having more kids because I'm good at it, and with the right guy, I think it would be fun, But Not if I don't have a support network. Not if I don't have a Tia. A Mormon friend of mine said, you got to have a Tia. You got to have a aunt. It's Spanish for aunt. She learned it from someone else. But you got to have a woman that you can go to for help with your kid in the middle of the night. That's who you need with you. If you have a mom that you can do that with, if you have a husband, you still want someone outside your husband because someone's going to be at work. You need a second person besides your husband. You can't do everything with him. That was Kelly's problem. She just leaned on him for everything. And she shouldn't have, but it was hard in the military. It was kind of hard to do, and she knew she shouldn't, but she never got good at creating the network to make everything happen. And she was getting away with having bad habits with money and stuff. So it did have to look like this for me to get my shit together. It had to look like this. And that's why divorce is a rite of passage. And it doesn't have to be that hard. So let's share resources. I've decided to be a nanny because also I have a larger vehicle that's safe. I've completely purged everything from my garage, so my house is almost, I can almost manage it because I've emptied everything. I've thrown out a lot of stuff. I can get through this as long as I got the money, like comfort. Oh, yeah, fine, I can relax. So and it would be fun if I could take the kid with me. I could go to the park and just hang out in the sun and slow down and just sort of chill. Yeah. So I like this. I feel like this is alignment. I could be free all summer with my kids. Just bring an extra kid with us, like too easy. Even if they were like 2, it would be easy. I could put them in a backpack. I could hike. It would be so easy. Unless they had like a medical issue or an allergy, but I'm sure I'll find a good match. If I can find the good match, it'll be worth it. So, and then it made me think about care.com and how that's such a great resource for finding childcare and the main problem women have, divorce, single, whatever, a mom. Even if you're married, your husband might not be very helpful. So you're just like the rest of us. So we need help with finances, especially education. And then we need help with childcare because women are expected to do everything or go find someone to do it for you. And your oldest kid has their own responsibilities. You can't have your oldest kid be your childcare person because they've got chores and they've got school and homework and sports and a life. So I couldn't really lean on Galia for everything. She did a lot for me, but I was like, I can't ask for more. And she's going to give me too much. And, you know, Malik's gone through a lot this year, you know, and he's just now starting to like his siblings again at 17. He's like, I can kind of stand you, little kid, the little person who's makes messes all the time. So I need help with childcare, and care.com is a great place to start. And then maybe we can start talking about these things at women's circles. And, anyway, I just wanted to share that and maybe do a short channeling, Rosalind Jocelyn, because that's what you have me here for, right? What do you think about my job, becoming a nanny? It's not really a job. Well, that's what we wanted to comment on this video about, was that it's not a job. It's a lifestyle addition that resonates with you, and you like that it's going to keep you accountable to clean your house, to have people coming into your house daily or multiple times a week. And you like that you're going to be forced to go outside or allowed to go outside when you want to, instead of being in an office where you kind of have to stay in the office the whole time. So there's flexibility in moving around. You're good at it, and you feel like you should have employment doing something you're good at and qualified for. So the wage opportunity being a nanny is, you know, whatever the family agrees to. And then it sounds like fun to you because you actually have more fun with other people's kids than you do your own kids. So you're going to be able to play with your kids more through this kid. So we bless your family pairing process. And we ask that the entire family be your soul tribe. And that Archangel Michael watches over all the children. Especially in your care. All right. Blessings. Namaste.